Hi, everyone. Good evening. Is that evening around? Here is Sandy, the social girl, and welcome to our Sem Frescura, nosso programa semanal aqui na Kbuena Bueníssima, and today we're going to be speaking English. We have a very special guest. I'm honored to introduce, to have her inspiring guest, Karen, founder of My Mental Health Story. And Karen Samuels works with mental health awareness, and she's a self-love advocate, normalizing the look of mental challenges. Welcome.
Thank you, Andy. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Our pleasure to have you. First of all, share your connections, like your contact, like where can people find you?
Well, right now they can find me at Instagram, My Mental Story, and then you'll see more about me. I am very active with posts and what I do, and also you can contact me directly through email at hello@mymentalstory.com.
Oh, thank you. So, who's Karen?
Ah, okay. So let me start with I'm going to put away Karen for a while. I'm going to introduce you to Pepita, aka Peppy. So, aka Peppy is a little girl that was born in Jamaica, an area called Flanker, which, if anyone knows about that from St. James, Montego Bay, it's said that it's just from that area you shouldn't go because it's just criminals and robbers and murderers from that area who immigrated here with her grandmother at the age of 3. And it's just a little girl that was lacking love from the woman that was supposed to be her mother, and had to navigate through life, um, not understanding some of the things that were going inside of her head, but was ashamed to tell anybody. So I did a lot of pretenses until one day it just broke. So, Peppy now, actually, I grew up into Karen, which is Karen is actually my legal name, but Pepita is the name that my dad gave me, and Peppy for short. I grew up into Karen, hiding a lot of things, and now actually going through therapy, understanding who I am, loving myself. I went back to that little girl who is actually empowering, who actually Karen is now.
Yes, amazing. And you just came from Jamaica. You went there, and how was that? Like, I want to hear that. I don't know if you want to share that part now or
Absolutely. To
later.
be honest, it was, I had forgotten about it because it was 3.5 that I came here. And the reason why I believe my mother had left me with my dad and my grandmother at 6 months. And my dad is my everything. My grandmother was also my grandmother basically was my mom, and my dad was my dad. And I also had a grandfather, Adrian Thompson, who was a retired police officer. And he had gotten, he again, so much love was given to me. He had gotten murdered by a criminal, I would say, a murderer that he had put away in jail before. And the person, my grandfather would go down to get meat from the butcher shop every Saturday. So the person obviously was watching him, and he'd bring me with him. That Saturday, he decided not to take me at 3. And my grandmother, I just remember her telling me not to go. And I remember she turned her back. So I tried to run after him. And
Uh-huh.
I was almost caught up. And then I felt somebody yank me back. It was my grandmother. And I just remember screaming and crying because I couldn't go. And I knew if I went with him, I'd get ice cream. My next memory after that, I just remember everybody being on my grandmother's porch in all black and crying. And that was my grandfather's funeral. After that, I remember my father. My father is a fisherman, and he also had a bottom boat, taking me out and throwing me in the ocean, trying to teach me how to swim. And also, where we are from in Montego Bay, were right beside the airport. So I also remember being a plane, because watching planes, being planes. So, well, I guess shortly after that, I ended up here in
Mhm.
Canada, where a 3.5, and coming here with my grandmother, um, it things just changed, and not in the way of it was it's just receiving that love
Mhm.
from that mother. I just never received that. So from there, it was just that whole pretense of just pretending that I was okay when I really wasn't okay. And back at that time, well, I'm 51 now. So back that in those days, you didn't talk about anything mental. There was nothing about mental.
Mhm.
If it was anything about your mind or something was happening, that meant you were crazy. So it was an embarrassment and it was a shame to talk about anything like that. So, nor were we ever taught to love ourselves. So you're taught God, husband, man, mother, grandmother, father, but never anything about yourself. So it was just a pretense that I was doing, trying to please others, never to please myself.
Yeah, that's
So that was it. And then navigating through certain areas, coming up here, Rexdale, there's an area called Jamestown. Again, we were in metro housing. So you're in marginalized areas where not only are you now dealing with things in your head, but you're also, trying to see where you fit into society, because you're also told that, well, you're from this area, so you only belong here. You don't belong in places like in the corporate world, in, like, places where you're deemed upon as being poor, and then people feel sorry for you. Or again, you're stigmatized with being um not a good person.
things that I cannot understand. Like how humans are so evil, right?
Yes,
For me, it's like it's that thing is unbelievable.
it is. And it left a lot of confusion
Yeah.
um in my head. And being a Black woman, or a Black girl at that time, we also had within the Black group, I went through colorism. So being the darker part of the Black community, we're also, for me, I felt unpretty because I was darker, my nose was a little wider, and being told that. My mother would call me a big nosed black monkey brute, and I was ugly and looked like my father. So the self-esteem issue for me,
Mm.
I didn't want to be Black. I didn't like being Black because Black meant to me ugly.
Wow. Yeah, I've been to India, and we were talking about self love, and
Hmm.
one of the ladies, um, she was telling me that her grandma used to scrub her face because she'll never get a husband because she need to be fair
Yes.
in India, and then the girl is like younger than me. It's not even like okay, you're in your 50s. That was long ago. It was like people were stupid at that time. No, no,
Yeah.
the girl was on her 20s,
Hmm.
so it's not long ago.
No, no, it actually still happens now.
Yeah,
It still happens now, where I'm hearing people and I'm just like, wow, in 2023, you're still having people that are going through their own, like, self-identity and challenges with the color and the race that they are.
yeah, exactly. I see in a smaller scale, but like at my daughter's school, uh, there are few Asians. My daughter
Hmm.
is a mixie, and there is one girl that she's not mixie, she's full Asian, and uh, people call them names like girls, like,
Yep.
um, and it's like uh, just why, right?
Yep.
Where you learn those things from.
Hmm.
I think like those things come like from home, because I cannot believe it come from other place, like a young child like 10, 12, right?
Hmm.
Where you learn those things. And that's a biggest problem in society, because like everything you are as a parent like goes to your child, and then the child is perpetuating like something evil. right?
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
creating conflicts in the minds. And I heard the girl complaining about her round face and about like her neck that is not long and all the stuff. And we are talking about 12 years old.
Yeah, it starts from, as I said, for me, it was three landing here, but a lot too. It is some in the home, but a lot with social media.
Oh,
Social media right now it's confusing because you can wear makeup, you can't wear makeup. Your body has to look like this, your body doesn't have to look like this. It's natural beauty, but then you have to pile on this. So it's just balancing everything out. And again, the fundamentals that before they get on social media, that again, giving them their self-confidence so that when they do, because at the end of the day, social media is going to be here. It is a part of our world. But I think the confidence that we have to instill before they get to that, like at 6 months, a year, 2 years, about yourself and loving yourself. This is you, and
mhm.
instilling just how beautiful you are and different how different we are, but how beautiful we are in our difference. Maybe that would help because I I don't want to say I wouldn't wear makeup. I wear makeup all the time. I put it on. I get my makeup artist. I don't want to be ridiculed for wearing makeup, but I also want people to see me in my own
Uh-huh.
natural element. I wear contacts when I wear contacts, but I also show me without everything, taking it out. But again, I had to get to that place in my late 40s.
Exactly.
Now, I still battle through I still want this body type and I don't have it, but I'm in a better place than I was before. So I understand this. But for 12 years old, if you're not instilled with knowing who you are and that self confidence, just in your natural beauty, it is hard to keep up with
Mhm.
what's on social media.
And people probably doesn't know that, but like we share something very peculiar that
Yep.
we both went through bariatric surgeries,
Yes.
and we both like went through uh, don't you feel like it's crazy because like when we are overweight, like we are discriminated, right?
Hmm.
So and then like you lost weight and now you look super hot.
And you know what? I put on weight since I lost. Well, for those, I never hid that I did a gastric bypass surgery. But to be honest, I shouldn't have done the surgery because I wasn't actually qualified for the surgery. But in my mind, I was big. Do you see
Uh-huh.
where it was saying? And then when I lost the weight, it was a lot of loose skin. So I still wasn't happy with everything that was going on. And then it just I was still not happy with myself. So
Uh-huh.
it didn't. I don't regret it, but I wish that I had thought about it first and someone was there to give me other options before I resorted to that one that truly I didn't need because on the outside everyone was looking at me and didn't see a problem with me, but on the inside I seen a problem with me.
Yeah, yeah, because we created, because like for me, uh,
Hmm.
being skinny was happiness.
Yes, yes.
That was the goal. Like my
Hmm.
mind was so brainwashed by all the society telling me like you're fat, obese, whale,
Hmm.
and all those names. Like, because in Brazil, like back, like I'm talking like 40 years ago, like
Yeah.
childhood, there was no such a thing as bullying, right?
Hmm.
So people call me all the names,
Hmm.
and I grew up with that stigma, right? And
Hmm.
then like I became an obese like teenager, and then I was just talking like I used to play volleyball, but to play volleyball I had to be skinnier, and to
Hmm.
be lighter I used to use amphetamines, which I started at 12.
Wow.
So by 16, I quit amphetamines because, like, sometimes I was in my bed and I could hear the tum 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 from my heart because the amphetamines was like boosting my body. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna give up. Then, when I was close to my 20s, I discovered that I had thyroid disease.
Hmm.
What was kind of obvious, like, right? But then, like, uh, till then, I was already like, I remember 107 kilos. Um, that must be like 230 pounds or something like that.
Mhm.
And I was eating my emotions. And that's what we do, right? Like to comfort, right?
Yeah.
Lots
Yeah.
of times. So it's really delicate, but like the best thing is talk. When you talk and we find people like you, like inside the platform that we call that sometimes is so evil, like Instagram, we can meet people like you that
Yes.
inspire us and that support to talk, that open the channel, right?
Yes, and that's where I would talk on your show here, having this, where normalizing the look. Growing up, we were taught to hide what's going on in here. And if something was going on, it didn't look like this. I thought it looked dirty, um, homeless, some kind of, they'd have to be like drugged out or drunk, or I didn't know that the face looked normal like this. So
Mm-hmm.
if I had people like me and you that look like saying, you know what, sometimes I struggle with not remembering things, it would make me feel more comfortable to come out because I was forgetting things. Finding out now I have epilepsy. I was having seizures. I never told anybody because well, first of all, epilepsy, I didn't hear about that. And if I did even hear the word of epilepsy, I thought that was for crazy people.
Okay.
I don't, like epilepsy, no, that can't be me. I'm not crazy. So again, education. But then what would help me to the education was to see somebody that looked like you and looked like me normal.
Mm-hmm.
Even though again this is what normal is, but I didn't know equate normal to looking like me with having issues mentally and with epilepsy or ADHD or anything. I didn't think it looked like this.
Yeah. And that's the point, right? Because it's normal to have all
Exactly.
those struggles, right?
Exactly.
We are humans. Like I have a ton of things and you have yours and
Mhm.
this is normal, like and people like label us all the time, right?
Exactly. Even though I think, as you said, this is normal. And it's just the way of how we cope with it and the way that how we control it. If we had more shows like this, just so we can talk about our feelings, because I don't want anybody to think that it took 7 years of therapy, but magically everything went away. No, I live in a realistic world. So I still get sometimes sad.
Uh-huh.
I still get there's depression that comes on and the anxieties.
The
I
same.
still get disappointment. Where it's a normal world. I still cry. I still laugh, but this time I've learned to control in different settings how I'm going to deal with it. And when I do, I still have fear. When these emotions come up, okay, acknowledge them, then what are we going to do now? And if I find that I'm getting to a place where, okay, I cannot get out of it, then I know to reach for that outside help to help me get out of it. And I don't feel, okay, this is normal, Karen. This is you're going through, but you may need that extra help. So let's reach out for it. Or come on, girl, let's pick yourself up here. You know what you're going through. This is what I'd like to tell anybody. It's strength when you reach out for help. It's weakness when you hold it inside.
Yes, yes, you're amazing. And this is really about it because like I have my breakdowns too, and
Hmm.
it's like for me going to the beach like and with my body
Hmm.
was like something that I start doing like the late couple of years
Hmm.
because like I was always feeling that I don't belong. Uh, either because I was like feeling too big because the mind and or because I have some shag skin.
Hmm.
And I was like, what people are gonna talk about? Like what people are gonna say? People are gonna look. People like fuck people.
I love that. I love what you just said there because As you know, about 2.5 weeks ago, I was in Jamaica. This is just read right now. And I brought a lot of bathing suits. I brought more one pieces than two pieces. And I was just like you. I was worried. Well, I have some cellulite on my body, and it's not perfect, as I said. I was like, fuck people. When I see everybody else out there, and I'm like, wow, if they can, I can. And I'm telling you, the self-confidence that I had to instill walking out there, I decided to post it.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved it. And at the end of the day, noticing, teaching these kids, or even us,
Yeah.
no matter what, whether to there's no perfection. No matter what, someone is going to have something to say, but it's not about you, it's about them.
Yeah.
They're going through something. So with for me, as long as I'm not harming myself or
Yeah.
harming anybody else or a harm to myself or anybody else, I'm going to try it to see if I like it. As long as it's not hurting, defaming, I'm going to try it for myself. And in this life, it's about me.
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
going to be about me. Yes.
Yeah. I realized like I've been losing so much time in my life worried about like I'm not gonna go to the beach that I love and
Mhm.
be running, swimming, whatever, because of people are gonna think, and my life is flying away, and I'm not enjoying to the fullest because like other people that I don't even know, like pointless. So
No,
I start to give myself like, no, you're going, no, you're going, and then I start pushing myself. And some days I still go, and I'm like, okay, a bunch of men, and then I have to walk like, because like I do this all the time. I go to the beach and I go swim and I wear my bikinis, and you know what? I'm gonna walk. Like if they wanna look, if they wanna talk, like good luck. Spend your day, waste your day talking about me. I'm having fun.
but do you see how your mind plays into that now? That you see how if you have to be a confident person, because just think about where you're going to the beach, even with me. Half the people aren't even looking at us. It's our mind. It's half of them are not even the ones that will say whatever, okay, they got their time, but most of the people are actually admiring how brave and how beautiful you are. Like I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, why would she have a problem? You see how powerful that mind is? That's why
Exactly
we
the
have to
same.
pull it back.
I saw your pictures on Instagram, and
Mhm,
I was like, wow, she's so hot. Like
mhm.
she's amazing. And
But I
and
was
then
hesitant.
we
That
create
was
all
my
those.
mind.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And
And I'm
we
looking at you and I'm like, what are you
how many
talking about?
years we wasted,
Yep,
right? So
exactly.
when someone comes to me and like, oh, I admire you, you're so brave, and I'm like, put the bikini, go to the beach, you pay your bills, like the other people
Truthfully.
opinions, nothing.
No, they're gonna say something anyways. And I also advocate for I'm not like the body shaming part.
Uh-huh.
Um, let's not do that. However, there needs to be a balance.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between healthy and unhealthy.
Yeah.
That's what we should be focused on. My body is going to be different than from your body, regardless. But
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure for my body and my type, I am the healthiest where I need to be. So I am not meant to be
Mm-hmm.
a size two. It doesn't, I look weird. I look like if I'm sick.
Yeah.
And just because you're a size two doesn't mean you're healthy. Now, I could be a size 14 and at the
Mm-hmm.
healthiest part of where I am, fully put together and healthy. That is good, but that doesn't mean I need to be a size that just I'm not telling somebody if you're a size, you know, 24. That's
Mm-hmm.
also not. Look at your health part, but
Yes.
that doesn't mean you need to be a size 2. You've got to go to the doctors and see where you should realistically be at. Like right now, people don't think I'm 185 pounds. I don't go on the scale anymore
Mm-hmm.
because to me, the scale is the devil. I go off of honestly how I fit in my clothes and how I look, and checking up on my cholesterol, my blood pressure, where that is. Am I perfect in that? Yes, because the standards, the doctor standards that they have,
Yeah.
it's based on, honestly, a European white woman.
But
I at
you won't
5'6".
believe it, because I'm a 182.
Oh, look at that. And look at the difference between us.
Because I do so much weight
Hmm.
and like
Muscle mass. That's what I say to people. It's my muscle mass. And I have thick
when
thighs.
exactly, and I wear like 14 too. So
Hmm.
when people look at me, like they see I'm a big woman, right?
Hmm.
I'm like I'm 5.8, and
Hmm.
I have a strong body. So, and I have a big uh,
Hmm.
tights. So uh I cannot be like size 2. And when I was one time size 6, I was like
Hmm.
almost dying. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. And this is where I want to say to everybody, it's you. You're your own individual. You're going to have to be at you, but be the healthiest
yes.
at where you're supposed to be. So
Yeah.
when we're talking about, I always ask, just be careful with the body, because sometimes you're going and you're putting things out there where it is unhealthy,
Yeah.
both ways,
Hmm.
on where you could be too slim and that is unhealthy, and you could be too big and that's unhealthy. But as long as you're healthy where you are, where you're supposed to be, that is what's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to everybody. And
I'm gonna share something with you that I never shared before in zero medias, and not nobody knows, just my husband. Um, I just finished getting a degree in personal trainer. But that thing is because I'm specializing in people over 50.
okay.
Why? Because I believe like when we are at our age, we realize what really is important. Our talk here, that
Hmm.
is to be healthy.
Hmm.
And I believe like a lot of women, especially, they don't understand that building muscle will make you healthier for the rest of your life, for what's coming up, right? Because you're gonna need those muscles like to put your spine straight and all the stuff. So I believe that like doing physical activity will help you during your elderly part of life. So that's why I went through the process of studying and doing all the stuff. And this is my new journey in my life, uh, that I'm sharing with you. And
No, I love that, because actually, okay, I'm 51 and I get people, don't tell anybody your age. And what are you talking about? I'm going to tell everybody my age, because first of all, I made it. I'm alive. Do you know how many people have not been alive?
no,
Plus, I
look
want to
at
knock down
yeah,
that stigma of what you're supposed to look like in your 50. I get people, you don't look like 50. What do you mean? This is what 50 is supposed to look like. And 51, if we get out there and exercise. And I don't want to scare the youth or thinking, because I thought at 50 I would be in a home with seniors and playing dominoes or bingo.
yeah, exactly. I
Girl.
would be like short hair, like Lady Di, and
Yes.
yeah,
No,
high
we
heels and
need to
talk.
teach. No, we need to teach them this is not what 50 is. But with that, other things come along, like menopause.
Yeah.
I'm going through that right now, and I believe it's
Me
because
too.
I work out that's helping with the because this is not easy, but I can do more things, and it's helping me just with the hot flashes, with the sleeping, because it comes. Sometimes I'm hot and I'm cold at the same time.
Hmm.
But I find the sleeping is working out is helping me. I walk the stairs. I walk 19 flights of stairs every time, 4 times a week when I work out. So I will do that. But the muscle part, as you said, is important. And let people know in your 50s you can work out. You're not dead.
Yeah, exactly. I just put my parents on yoga classes.
Hmm.
They moved to Canada recently, and they start a yoga program. And then it's a chair yoga, right? Because they are close to the 80s. but like for them that was zero physical activity.
Mhm.
Like, wow. And then I have the elastic bands, and I try to push them, right? Because I believe like it, first of all, it's cultural, right? Like if you
Mhm.
grew up in an environment that push you to sports, it's hard to start, right? Like for
Mhm.
me, it was like we didn't have like health eating habits in my house, and we didn't do sports too much, right?
Mm.
Play like twice a week volleyball, like 45 minutes each time. So it's like you don't do nothing, right?
Mhm.
So it's very hard. Like, and I push my daughter because I know how much the endorphins give you and
Mhm.
help with the mental challenges, right?
Ooh.
Especially during pandemics, we were like going to friends' condo to use the stairs to work out.
That you know what? But that balances you. For me, um, what because that is part of the way that I release is the exercise. And I'm
Yes,
going to say to everybody here, just because I do it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It works like find what works for you.
yes,
For me, it was the which I forgot how to exercise. I used to run track and I used to love the feeling. Well, I stopped doing that. Going back and working out was that feeling of release, the sweat that you get off of it, just feeling that when you're frustrated and you're just releasing it. Plus after, well, you know, as a trainer, it was like I was drinking Red Bull after I worked out. As much as I was tired and I had to push myself, after working out, you
yeah,
feel so energized.
yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, wow. And I just love the feeling. Plus, it gave me a sense of clarity.
Yes, yes, totally.
Clarity up here.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Because like we send oxygen to the brain, right?
Okay.
And that's gonna delay dementia, Alzheimer,
Mhm.
all the stuff. So if you're working today, you're gonna see the results for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm hearing because that is one of my fears. I don't fear like heart attacks and strokes. I fear dementia and
Mhm.
Alzheimer's
Yeah,
because of my epilepsy and I had full memory loss. And I've been around people with dementia, and I've been one one of the women that I know. Um, she actually has to be fed like baby food back
uh-huh.
in diapers and cannot remember things. So it's like going back to like a 6 month old. And
Yeah,
I'm afraid of that because I don't have family. And I'm like, who would take care of me? And you hear stories of being put in a home and how you're mistreated. And that's why I'm really trying to work on not just the physical part, the mental part, because I want to be, if I live to 98, I want to be mentally independent.
yes, the same. Yeah. The
So those are my fears
Oh,
out there.
we are all the same.
Yes. Oh,
It's
100%.
it's unbelievable. Like my grandma passed away with Alzheimer a couple of years ago, 7 years ago.
Mhm. Mm,
We were very close, and the last 2 years she was in home care, and she was fed by tubes and very bad, and she was very brilliant, and like you see the brain going down,
mhm, mhm,
shut down the brain, and the person is still there, what is really bad. And then because of that I started working with food, right? Then
mhm.
I created the longevity food that
Okay.
because delay Alzheimer, it's really crazy. Me too. Like I wanna work as much as I can and feel good, empowered to empower others, and we do this like push others together.
You're going to have to help me with the food thing, I'm going to tell you, Andy, and maybe you need to share it on all platforms to do that because I am still I'm still challenged with the food. I work a lot and I hate preparing stuff and I hate to cook. I
Okay.
hate to cook, so I love fast meals, and that's one of the even though I work out, they say I'm self-sabotaging myself because I will go out and I will grab that McDonald's sometimes. I try not to do it all the time, but
Uh-huh.
I I do it because I find that the preparation time
Uh-huh.
for good food, it takes too long and I don't have the time. So you're gonna have to do a channel to help with that and how to help me with
I
that. But
I
I
prepare
do make
food
a
for
conscious
everyone.
effort. Mhm.
Like I love cooking. It's the opposite. So
Wow.
I I do the meals and I frozen
Mhm.
everything. Like even for my daughter. My daughter is obsessed with chicken stroganoff.
Mhm.
So I send her to school. And
Okay.
I froze everything and I made everyone home eat food because I tell them like you have to eat food, real food. Cause like you see all this they call like Mediterranean diet, all the stuff.
Mhm.
The real thing is to eat food, right?
Yes.
Doesn't matter the name, but like eat food. The
If
more,
it I don't do diets. I don't wanna because I wanna do a lifestyle change, but I do see where you say I do see, like, if I eat McDonald's, I feel like crap.
me
But
too.
when I eat
But
where
sometimes we eat,
cooked
right?
food, I feel good.
Yeah. But like sometimes we all eat, right?
Yeah.
Cause like it's good.
No,
Tastes good.
but not in the excess because again,
Yeah.
mentally, I
Yeah.
don't first of all, my body feels like crap constantly, but I will have my days that I
Uh-huh.
will go. I'm just trying not to do it. I'm finding now that I am eating out more again
Mhm.
than less. So now, and it's the preparation for me, which is my challenge. As I said, we still have realistic challenges.
Uh-huh.
Now I have to work
I have
on.
to go one day to your place and then we do a bunch of meals and frozen and then you're gonna see like you're gonna be eating like for 10 days just prep meal and then you're gonna see like I'm gonna keep doing because it worked, right? Like you save money, it's healthier, right?
Mhm. But
So
does it taste good? Like, I find most healthy meals don't taste good.
oh, do you like fish?
I love fish,
Okay, so I do like fish
but
fillet.
I don't like salmon.
No, no, I do
Okay,
fish fillet, like you can
okay,
choose the white fillet you want, and I do
okay.
on coconut milk. I do
Ooh,
things like that. Yeah, like Brazilian style, like so, and then you put some rice, can be like brown rice to be healthier, and then like you eating food.
see, now you're talking because I cannot eat carrots and celery.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Well, it's not that I don't see that how it tastes good, but I want to, like, I want to enjoy
Uh-huh.
what I'm eating also, but knowing, being conscious of it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, let's plan Monday. I go
Okay.
there, we cook together, and then we do some recipes, and then like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna
I
start.
would I would love that. And I want the kids also out there because one of the things too is I advocate for not only just the youth, but people my age also to normalize the look of mental challenges. I'd love for some of the kids for the areas that I grew up with, like Jane and Finch and Rexdale
Mhm.
and so forth, because they don't, some of them don't have the parents at home to help them with breakfast because the parents are out working out, early in the morning or late at night. I'd like them to get to know how to make proper meals, which will also help them with saving money.
Right.
And then they learn how to put that money away
Yeah.
for what they want and investments for them to learn some of that. So, Andy, that is some of the things that maybe I'd like to, get you to help me with. So, again, knowing some of the things that I wish I had, where I would have been able, if I had someone to teach me money early,
Yeah.
on how to invest so I can go and buy a home. Right now, I'm very honest with everyone. I don't own a home. I just a few years ago got an RRSP. I
Uh-huh.
didn't know what a TFSA was. I thought it was a designer label. So,
Alright.
and again, I'm being honest,
Yeah.
like these were things that I wasn't taught, but I
Mhm.
knew again, I knew how to dress. I knew how to, I wanted to look good and stuff like that, not thinking about the future, my future investments. Now I'm looking at, took me a while, but I could still own a home. Again, not
Uh-huh.
everybody at 50, I'm not dead. I just started a new job.
Uh-huh.
and again to get into this, but if I could have, I can't go back that way, but if I
Mhm.
can share it with the younger generation, I'm going to share it and also tell those that are my age, you could start again.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
started over again. You could start again at this age. We're not dead. We
Yeah,
can, don't give up.
I'm
We
just
can do
starting.
it.
I'm just starting again. Like because
Look at that.
I work at, like, with all my cultural and education projects for like over 30 years, and it is important. It is amazing, but like I fell in love with this part of wellness, healthy, and I think, like, honestly, uh, working on this part of exercising saved my life like a few times, because when I was on my darkest days, I was working out, and I think, like, maybe that little bit of endorphin that came to my body helped me to keep moving, because, like, especially for me, like during the winter, like, back 2018, 2017, like I was at my worst. It was really hard for me, and honestly, like, I never stopped working out.
See, this is what we need to share more and then this age, because all I would see, even when people talked about working out, well, they were 20.
Yeah.
I didn't see my age going in and, putting, I like to work out with now nice outfits too,
Mhm.
but putting myself and getting in there, if I had seen, you know, younger than somebody that was in their 50s, 40s, I would look forward to it. Well, I can do it too. I didn't think, I was just like, no, I don't belong in the gym. But now I'm seeing people in the gym, but I'd like to see it out there more that are my age. So don't give up or we can start again.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like, when I start working with all the marketing 2018, and there was this gym close to my previous house in Vaughan that we follow each other, and then one day the owner Andrew came and said, like, oh, why? Because I started paying a gym, and I started going, and I used to go like 5 in the morning because, like,
Hmm.
I don't want to see people in the gym.
Girl.
Uh, and then this guy said, "Why don't you come here?" I said, "No, Andrew, because it's a boutique gym that he owns." And then I was like, "No, I cannot go because I go 5:30 in the morning." And he said, "Girl, I'm gonna open the gym 5:30 for you." And then I was like, "Really?" Yes, I will be there. And then there was a bunch of people that used to work 5:30 in the morning, and I started working out there. And but still, I was still super shy to
Hmm.
go to the equipments when people were there. And for me, it was like, oh my gosh, now he's my client. I have to go there and work out and take pictures and socialize in the gym. So for me, it was like the big monster, because, like, first, I never went to gyms. Like, when I started going was because, like, I had a treadmill home and I wanted to do some more on the weights, and that's why I was paying the gym and basically hiding from everyone, going there like nobody knows me, hat, black clothes. And then I was like, because I was so shy. And then when Andrew said, like, no, let's work together, you promote the gym, you come, you work out for free. And I was like, okay, so now I have to dress cute and I have to be there and take pictures. So for me it was really like, it was hard too.
But look at that, where you're talking again, going back into the mental health part. You stepped outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And how did that boost your confidence and make you feel after that when you could do that? You say how, because I love to tell people, step outside of your comfort zone. It will boost up your confidence. Tell me, look at you now.
Yeah, and you know what? I used to wear Spanx under my pants like
Hmm.
forever, right?
Hmm.
And the long ones, right? So
Hmm.
I'm in the legging. I'm wearing my Spanx, like long ones, under all the time, because I was like, oh, my shag skin, my whatever. And then, like, recently, like this year, I start not wearing those.
Good.
So I'm feeling crazy. This last Sunday, I went to the gym and I was with a legging and
Mhm.
no Spanx.
Good.
And then I was,
Congratulations.
oh my gosh.
But you stepped again. You did it. Confidence, though.
Yes. And then I there was my daughter's birthday and I was with long dress and then I was with my Spank. And then when I used the toilet upstairs, I came and I left the Spank here because was not feeling comfortable. And then I was free again, and then I forgot completely about wearing Spanks or not wearing. It was so amazing. That thing doesn't belong to my life anymore.
Look, look, look at that. Again, you're talking about now self-love and self-confidence. You see how everything ties in together? And we also talked about right now that people don't know self-care. This working out, I now do facials.
Uh huh.
I take a moment, I do go to spas myself, and where I'm saying, like, I make it affordable for me.
Uh
So I will do things like, um, I don't really go to parties and stuff like that. And when I see things that, okay, party, what I would have done in the past
huh.
to go, I put that money aside and said, let me go to a spa. Let me go get a facial done, or just the same way I would do my nails and stuff like that. I just do mani and pedis. I put away every paycheck, something little, so I can do the little things to make me feel well, because self-care goes along with
Yeah.
the mental health for me, right? We're always going to pick at ourselves, but knowing that I spend that time to work on myself, I do that. And then also the volunteering and paying it forward to
Yeah.
see that I can help other people when I go to the food bank, and again, normalizing the look because I once needed it. Those things help me in my confidence and let me feel that I'm doing something.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Here, we have established that part of our food budget every month goes to the local fridge. So we go there, and it's like 10% of the budget goes there, and it's so rewarding. And then like when you see like they need like baby formula.
Mm-hmm.
So on my birthday, I said, Oscar, half of my birthday present, let's donate in big cans
Oh.
to the food bank, because like we do this all the time, like for Christmas and now more
Mhm.
too, and it's so amazing. And my daughter, she sees that, she volunteer, she sew and she helped me, she volunteer at the yellow brick house. So I guess violence, right? Yeah.
See, I love that you're teaching your daughter to give back, because to me, you you never know where you're going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And everyone
Yeah.
will at one point need help with something.
Yeah.
I believe everyone. It doesn't what you it may not be the food bank, it may be just, I don't know, your car just breaks down and you're going to need somebody to stop at the side of the road and to be. So humility for me
Yeah.
is, and being grateful. I have to give back because I never thought me in a million years would be in a shelter or use a food bank. And I wasn't on drugs. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't dirty. I wasn't drunk. I was actually working, but
Uh-huh.
I couldn't afford where I was living, and I got into a situation where I ran out of money and I had to learn how to manage with what I have. And that's where I also don't make money control me right now. I have this affirmation that money wants to be around me.
Uh-huh.
Money loves me. So I don't look at it that way, where I'm conscious of how my investments are and how I'm saving, but I don't overdo where I have to have this or this has to be there. And for some reason, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing more than getting by, but I also believe because I'm giving back.
Yes.
So if I can talk a little bit about my give back.
Yeah, exactly. That's I believe money is energy, and
Mhm.
I taught my husband that the more you give, the more you get.
Yes, yes. So with that, I do a give back. to the Jane and Finch community, and I do it with the Jane and Finch Mall every
Uh-huh,
year. This year we're doing it in January, and I ask for donations
uh-huh,
in the form of you can either we have I have a charitable foundation. Right now we're going to be working with the Children's Breakfast Club,
uh-huh,
where you can send the donations there, or with you could send it to me. I prefer not the cash, by gift cards. Gift
uh-huh.
cards, minimum $25.
Okay.
We're looking to raise at least $10,000 in gift cards, or if you want to give the financial donation, it's just you're just giving a financial donation to the Children's Breakfast Club. They will then buy the gift cards, or I can do it in that kind of sense. And we give it out at the
Uh-huh,
Jane and Finch Mall with a lot of other prizes. We collaborate with 31 Division.
uh-huh.
So we get like toys. We're going to have food baskets. We're going to have entertainment.
There is an
Now I'm
amazing
working.
guy from 31, right? That works with mental health.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
talked with
And they actually work to even, they're the NCOs, the neighborhood community officers.
him.
So they work with the community to give them actually even help with supports, with maybe programming,
Uh-huh,
helping, just getting to know the community and keeping the community safe while also helping them with the needs. So, and it also, with the community also, there's this, this tension a lot that
uh-huh,
they have with the police. It's kind of breaking that tension that they're there to keep them safe and they're there to help more
uh-huh,
than they're not there to come in and destroy. Now, mind you, there are some, issues that we still have to work out. But just as I said, my grandfather was a police officer. He
uh-huh,
was a really good man. And I don't want people to just, we're still human beings. And
uh-huh.
even though we wear that suit, there's good and bad anywhere. And
Yes,
they're really there to help. So it's kind of helping to build the bridges where that's kind of like how the give back is. And I also call it a give back because we're not feeling sorry for people. We're giving back the love that this community had given so many times. So we're there just we're celebrating you. That's what I'm calling this.
yes, exactly. That's amazing. Give us your contact again.
It's my mental stories at in Instagram. You'll see there pink and black. You'll see that because I love pink.
Uh-huh.
Or hello at mymentalstories.com. Or if you don't mind, Andy, if there's anybody from you, they can go through you because
Yes,
I want you to come down and if you gather the gift cards, you come out and you help us give it away. You can come down with your family or some friends and you just bring it down with you and or just call me and they can do it through Andy, and Andy's going to come back and the social girl, and you'll just have your platform where you'll come help us hand out what you're bringing down as the donation.
yes. I want to have you again in the show
Mhm.
and closer to the January event, and
Absolutely.
we want to promote more and spread the word.
Absolutely. And let me see if I can get maybe even some of the officers or somebody from the
Uh-huh.
Breakfast Club
Yes, that
to
would be
come on here.
amazing. Anytime. The show is gonna be here. The platform is here, open for you.
Yay!
Whenever you wanna come back, bring the officers. I have so many people that I want to share the connection with you, and we're gonna make it happen.
I love you. You know what, Andy, I want to say again, thank you. Thank you for, you didn't know me. And I was afraid because I seen all your followings and I'm thinking she'll never answer me.
No, no.
Look, I just want to say to your platform here, a real human being that actually you cared because you reached back out and I am confident, but you made me even feel more confident that I belong here and I am somebody to you. So thank you
Yes,
for
you
that.
are. You are, and I hope I can be more present and help your projects because you're very empowering and you're an amazing woman. Thank
Thank
you
you. And
so much for
same to
coming.
you. Anything that I can do for you, you got a sister for life.
Oh,
And
you
you got to
too.
teach me some of the Brazilian dancing there. I need to.
Yes, we need that. We're gonna cook and dance.
Yes.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I'll see you again, Andy.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye.